Kia ora and welcome to ILT Stadium in Invercargill, where it was the elimination final, and it was a Tactix over the Steel, 54-49. Yvette, your thoughts on this one?
Outstanding. It was everything. I think the crowd was into it. A great start, certainly some challenges along the way, but it had everything in it. There was a bit of drama, there were a few warnings and cautions, and I thought, though, the skill level was really high and it was played at a really good intensity.
Everything you want in an elimination final. All right, someone who stood up for the winning side, the Tactix, was Simone Nathan. She was the player of the match, and she was great on attack. She hit that circle edge, she let the ball go, and also used deception on her feet.
Yeah, I was really impressed with her vision. She found a really good balance between looking in and playing the ball around, working herself, as she said, to circle edge. But I was equally impressed with her defensive game, and that was key to them, to get some turnover ball and secure it. And I thought she had some nice subtleties in terms of looking after those shooters in there with her feed.
And we usually see Simone Nathan go off, usually at halftime, and we see it kind of come on, but I think Simone deserved to play out the full match. All right, let's look at quarter two, because they say the third quarter is a championship quarter, but for the Tactix, it really was that second quarter.
Yeah, as was spoken about in commentary, that ability for the Steel to really get ball was a challenge, and I think one of the bigger pieces, a number of people really stood up inside that Tactix environment. They shot their goals, they got more turnovers, and they scored off them. But centre pass as well as turnovers, the scoring rate was high, so that put the Steel was way under pressure by half-time.
And you feel the Tactix, it took them a while to get into the match, but once they did, they just found their rhythm and their flow.
Yeah, they certainly looked like they weren't going to lose, but interestingly enough, you can never count on it here. So looking at the statistics, 91% compared to 89. The Steel were doing a good job, and George Fisher really stood up in that area. A few gains, difference was the scoring off those turnovers, and that wasn't high enough in lots of areas, and relatively even in that penalty space.
And if we have a look at the shooting stats, Fisher, she shot at 95%. She'll be happy with that. Did they need to get more ball into that circle, though, from the Steel?
Yeah, and although, look here, we look at it, the goal attacks are a little bit low in terms of their numbers, but what they both did was a lot of running. It was hard work defensively. People put pressure on it. So I think getting in there, staying fresh is going to be key.
All right, well, we do know the grand final now at Spark Arena on Sunday, August 8th. It's between the Mystics, the minor premiers, and the Tactix. The Tactix have secured their spot in the grand final, so make sure you get your tickets, head along in Auckland. Otherwise, it will be on Sky Sport 2 or also on Prime. Well, that's all from the finals here in Invercargill, ILT Stadium. The Tactix over the Steel, 54-49.